Welcome back, MTG Joe here. Today we are going to be playing some Rakdos Fable the Mirror Breaker in Historic Best of 3. So we don't have all the cards to build the version that I want to play in Pioneer and Paper that I'm working on building. So we're going to try out some Arena cards in here and just try out a couple different shells. I haven't played much Best of 3 in the format, so sorry my dog. But want to give this a shot, see how it plays out. There's a lot of different ways you can take this. I don't want to go graveyard focused because there's a lot of incidental graveyard hate, and Phoenix is the best graveyard deck. You're not going to, so people are already gearing up for the graveyard. So I want to kind of play this out, see how it goes. And kind of the core of it is being built around Fable the Mirror Breaker. So all modes are really relevant here. 3 mana, create a 2/2 shaman that ramps you, draw 2, discard 2. So if you have like discard spells late game, you can get rid of those. And then you get a Reflection of Kiki Jiki, which allows you to copy non-legendary permanents. And then we kind of have the combo that you have in Alchemy with City Stalker Connoisseur. You got Graveyard Trespasser for some life gain. Some Bone Crusher Giants as removal and a threat. I'm also going to try out the Blood Tithe Harvesters. I don't want to do Arcanist because like you're going for the graveyard. Similarly, like Kroxa might be better. Maybe play like a 1 of Kroxa. Don't hate that. Let's do 1 of Kroxa. Do I have one in the sideboard? I do. We could always bring it in if needed. Yeah, so if we have one in... Yeah, let's try it like this. Let's try this configuration. Removal, we got Fatal Pushes, Unholy Heats. We have the Blood Tithe Harvesters. We have Stomps in here. We have the downtick of Chandra Torch of Defiance. We got Thoughtseize for Hand Disruption. Trying out some Undercity Plunders. I'm unsure of how good this card is in Historic, but we'll give it a shot. Similar with Kroxa. Painful Bond to refill our hand. So card advantage mixed in. Just a couple cards. So Seasoned Pyromancer. I wanted to try out the Bone Crushers in place. The 3-drop's very heavy in this deck, so I don't want to overwhelm the 3-drop slot. The format could be fairly aggressive. Also, the blue-white decks are usually playing Narset, so you kind of lose out on that. But we'll see how that plays out. Otherwise, like Arcanist is usually played in some numbers. We could play Inquisition. There's a number of cards you could play. Mainboard Sorin wouldn't be completely out of question. We do have it in the sideboard. The sideboard, we have a collection of cards. There are a lot of graveyard decks. I don't know if we need the full Legion, the Soul Guides, and the Hitotsukus all mixed in together. Want to play some games to see, but Flame Blast Bolt for the Phoenix matchup. You know what, I think I might just play another Flame Blast Bolt. Because we have the Hitotsuku consumes all, so it hits their small creatures, and then it gets rid of the bigger ones. We have Legion's End for Aura's matchup, Noxious Grasp versus the like Aura's decks. We have Flame Blast Bolt. I hate how this interface shows up stuff. We have Go Blank for Hand Hate for the control matchup, Kolaghan's Command, Sorin the Mirthless. We have Chandra Torch of Defiance for the counterspell based matchups. Looking through the list, and this is something I just want to kind of keep an eye on, we don't have any, I think, so the plus with Noxious Grasp is it always kills one of the Aura creatures, where something like Fry, they can outpace it and outscale it. But again, the Phoenix matchup, going Fry, you can hit their Crackling Drake and the Elemental. I think maybe instead of Go Blank, we play Duress. Play some copies of Duress, and then maybe instead of Kroxa we go a Fry, and then maybe just Doomblade. Let's try it like that. I haven't played much Best of 3 recently, so we'll give it a shot. The sideboard can adjust, and this is the fun thing about testing. You expect like kind of your main offenders, your food decks, or stuff like that. But let's see how this plays out in Best of 3. You're expecting Phoenix, so you have to have I would say you have to have a game plan for Phoenix, a game plan for food, and a game plan for Teferi decks. And then you do need, and then auras is also pretty representative. And then you might just run into random stuff along the way. But I want to try out the shell. I'm interested in building out. So like Kalitas is a card I really want in this format. It would help with the life gain element. So we would mainboard those. Dreadbore is another flexible removal spell that hits both. Pallet Town Hero, Ash Ketchum himself. Give this a shot. No red mana. Opponent goes first. I think we just give it a shot. At the worst, if they're a creature deck, kill their thing, have Trespasser on 3. I forgot to mention in the mana base, we just got some utility lands. Iteration. So I think we just take the card draw from them. Red mana. So they're on Phoenix. I'd really like to deploy a threat that's not Trespasser right now. Mind you, they only have... I can control their board, their graveyard, so that might not be the worst. Because they just have sorcery right now in there. They'll have instant. "24 lands, never draw it." We just want to keep them off Delirium. One thing they can do is set it up where they discard a card to turn on Delirium. So they have the land, they have the instant, they have the sorcery. So a creature gets them there. If we don't hit a land, we may consider just going to sideboard and not give up information that we have red mana in the deck. So that's sometimes just a strategic decision. So if they put a creature in the yard or an artifact, and now they have Unholy Heat. Just want to see what they discard here. Yeah, so I'm just going to concede here. At this juncture of the game, we're unlikely to win. They have the Ox to refill. I just don't want to give them that information of what we're playing. So we have the Flame Blast Bolts, we have the Fry. Glad we included those in. I think what's coming out in this matchup, City Stalker's not good in this matchup. Sorin's not bad from a life gain perspective. Kroxa can also come out. If we are going heavier here, they have a lot of cheap ways to interact with the Fable. And we'll take out the Plunders. I think we go like that. Any Doomblade actually is probably decent here. Have those. Actually, Thoughtseize is not good in this matchup. Like, I don't think we want Thoughtseize because it's... I don't think we want... Do we want Duress? Duress might not be bad. Play like that. I could go up to another Big Chandra. It's a way to sweep the board. Let's try it like that. They want cards in their graveyard, so discard doesn't really make sense here. I think we go Hive here. So this is a game we want them to have like Dragon Rage Chandler. So if they don't play out something we can hit with this. This hand is not coming together. We'll see. If they set up like a Phoenix draw, we might do this. I might also just try to jam Sorin for the lifelinker, get that going. Okay, so it looks like they might be missing lands. Okay, so given that, I'm going to Chandra downtick. It does play worse into just like a hasty.
When people start screaming, I know I'm on track.
We have a lot of action of things we can play in the early turns, we just didn't draw them. Okay, so Hidetsuku's gonna hit this now. It's fine.
It's over when I say it's over.
So notably they opted to not play into the graveyard. It's interesting the timing with this over something like Soul Guide Lantern. They could opt to bounce Hidetsuku back to hand. So I think we do this, we'll get this going. They bought themselves a turn. They could easily get some Phoenix in the yard. Okay, go Crackles. It's actually a really good draw for us. Kill that. Go Sorin.
For the sake of all innocence,
So I could down tick, but then it exposes us to some damage. I can uptick, which they've already shown 2 Unholy Heats and their Pillar. I think we take a chance here. And if they Unholy Heat the Sorin, then they don't have a removal for my other stuff. I gotta be mindful of the sequencing here. We don't really play that much with Delirium, but probably just gonna kill Stormwing here. They always have it. Like, so I'm actually gonna bait them with this. gives me a wider board. And if they bring back Phoenixes, I'd rather get rid of the Phoenixes. The Stormwings like boost damage. That's extremely aggressive. Anger of the Gods. Yikes. That'll deal 3 damage. So I think we do this, we do this. They hit for 6. Gonna eat their Faithless Looting here. We're definitely in a race. We got a removal spell out of them. This outputs a bit more damage. They need 2 spells or a burn spell for my face. It's a good last card to draw. That's ridiculous. Does Chandra get me there? Chandra deals to the Menace. They just block.
I knew you needed my help. Oh, this is gonna hurt.
Talk about just... It's a hell of a draw. Hell of a draw. The fact they were able to like hit the anger there. Our board was looking really good. The timing on Hitazuku is a little odd. Well, they could have Brazen Borrower to ban, like, they use the Brazen Borrower as tempo positive, and we are just down the flyers. We needed those creatures. We get a turn 10 tap, we're doing alright, but this is likely auras. I don't think we can keep... So that other game we couldn't draw lands. This game we draw literally nothing but lands. Like, you have to laugh at a certain point. So they're probably Greek Death Shadow. Maybe Emery combo. Like, it's actually humorous. I did that now because it's not unlikely that they have like Drown in the Lock or something. Next turn we'll lead on Thoughtseize. We can have the Fatal Push. Okay, so they hit their Croxa. Take the damage here. I think we just do this. Haha! So Croxa's coming back next turn. Croxa's not coming back next turn. Artifact, instant, sorcery, creature. So they need a land. They didn't hit it. They could go DRC. Maybe it was right to cast that. We took a chance with the land. City Stalker's perfect. I'll take that. And the thing here is they need to discard the card in order to be able to do it, and then I just come back with another Graveyard Trespasser. They have Delirium. Cool. We'll take that. Alright, so this matchup, Hidetsugu, Kolaghan's Command. I don't think we want Flame Blessed Bolt. This matchup is generally going to be us shredding each other's hands, so I don't want the Thoughtseize. Croxa is probably fine. 2 cards to cut. It wouldn't surprise me that their DRC deck. So maybe the Bone Crusher's out. We'll play a Doomblade. Or actually not Doomblade, play Legion's End Dancers, everything on their board. City Soccer trades with Croxa. But maybe we do this. So they're going to have the advantage of counter spells. Okay, so they still have Luris. This hand's good. So in these like attrition mirrors, you generally don't want to be heavy on discard. The plunder interests me because I can get card advantage out of them basically. Okay, so they painful bond here. Box is an interesting one here. I think it's plunder here because I don't want to fill their graveyard. So we'll do this. Lets me filter away some of these lands. Looking for a graveyard trespasser here. Perfect. So I'm going to eat the Kroxa here. And I think I'm interested in getting this out because of the blood tokens. Enchantment and instant in the yard. Land as well. Okay, so we see Kroxa come down. Kroxa will likely be the choice. They went Kolaghan's Command. So Command can hit the Blood Tithe Harvester. They have nothing to bring back. They can make me discard. Okay, so we see Shadow go away. Another Chandler. I think this is reasonable. It gets rid of their card. Is there a way I can break up instant? I don't think this turn it makes sense to attack with the Trespasser. We can start doing the City Stalker attack their hand every turn. Mind you, that's probably not the best because they have these Chandlers up. Okay, so they did get Electrostatic Blast. Actually, don't hate that. Luris to hand, that's pretty good. So here the question, do I get rid of Delirium? Do I get rid of one of their creatures? Let me do this first. Oh, I wish we would have drawn that. So I think we're just going to get rid of a shadow here. Shadow's still small enough that I can kill it. Get rid of this. So Chandra's nice here.
I'm the best fire
So they have creature, instant, land. Creature, instant, land. So if I take them off Footfall Crater, it takes them off Delirium.
It's playtime.
We'll do that. Sick. Grinded him out there. That felt good. I might actually, instead of the Kroxa main, I just want Cling to Dust. There's enough of these graveyard decks, also the incidental life gain and card draw. I think I'm off these plunders. Let's do that. This is what I like to do. You kind of try things out. Some things are going to work, some aren't. Actually, good that we played Phoenix. Okay, now we're playing Samwise the Hobbit. We've faced Ash Ketchum. Now we're playing a Hobbit. We're really good at drawing. I'm keeping this because we're on the play. Okay, well that's gonna help out the curve. Mana Tithe Gamer. This actually would have been a really nice answer to Danto. That's really annoying. I think we're gonna do this. Adeline needs to go. We'll throw a stomp here. Could get cleaved next turn. Or not. Brutal Cathar. Our life's getting a little precarious, but
What? My hair is on fire?
I could control this Ember Cleave. They're gonna attack Chandra with a Danto, and then I have Bone Crusher every turn, make a copy of Bone Crusher.
Marshmallows. S'mores, anyone?
Oh, come on! Can't do anything about that.
I don't need this.
I think we do this. Hope they don't draw land. I think we just start getting him to pay life here. We're dead here. The fact they also just hit 3 lands, which is pretty impressive. This is a kill everything matchup. Thoughtseize could come out. Cling to Dust doesn't seem relevant here. The City Stalkers are interesting. Maybe trim 1. I like Bone Crusher. Maybe not on Kolaghan's command. Maybe trim 1 Fable. Like the life gain. Like we should be able to overwhelm them. Let's do it like that. We needed 1 turn, they didn't draw that removal, and then we were okay. Also, getting hit by Mana Tithe, like the complexion of that entire game, just because we couldn't kill a Danto. Gonna do this because I'm gonna want a Painful Bond on 2. Doing this, even if they go like Esper Sentinel. I think we just get this going. Next turn, I could Connoisseur. It's actually pretty good value. So they forgot about the ward. Basri, Thalia. Because I can't Noxious Grasp the Brutal Cathar. If they go Basri. Okay, let's hang on. I wanted to pick that off. We'll eat you. They might discard, yeah. I was just thinking Thalia, they realize at this point the tax isn't really that relevant. I wanted them to waste their turn with that. Just want to see what we draw first before deciding on the Connoisseur. Got him. Okay, so they're Thalia, Mana Tithe. Reflections might not be terrible. But I don't hate the idea of our creatures just trading with Death Touch. They're also... Big Chandra is also a consideration just as a sweeper, but I do need to get to 6 mana. And they do have ways to tax me. They're likely on Elite Spellbinder as well. Keep this hand. Okay, so they mulled a bit. Hopefully punish them. Alright, opponent's had enough. We'll chalk that up as a victory. Overall, like the Phoenix matchup, I'd like to get more reps in. I don't know how we stand in that matchup. We could obviously build our deck to kind of take it. I'd also like to play the blue-white matchup, but let me know what you think in the comments if you build it any different, and we'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching.